Hi, welcome into my studio. Got a bit of a Photoshop demonstration for you this time. I keep getting asked lots about how I prepare my reference photos for line arts. I've got a reference photo site with like 1,000 images on there, and I give line art with them as well, which is basically black and white photograph, but with the outlines enhanced so it's easier if you want to trace it. I keep telling people that ask, it's not as simple as they probably think it is to get a decent line art, but I'll show you on this video a couple of ways of doing it. First way is my more complicated way, second way is a simpler way which may be good enough for you to do your line art and tracings from. So basically I bring in a photo. I took this photo a few days ago of a J, and then I resize it to a more manageable size. So I go image size, resolution 72, and then I do the width or the height, whichever is larger, to about 3000 pixels, so between 2000 and 3000 pixels. And I'll just fill that in on the screen so we can see what I'm doing a bit better. And now over here I've got it as a background image. If I right click that, I can duplicate it, so that creates it. See, background copy, so that's now a layer. Now all I do in that is go where we've got normal by here. I go down until we go to color dodge, and then I hold down the control key and click I, and that inverts it, and you can see we can't really see anything at all. And then up on the top I go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then I can play around with this, and you'll see the edges that you want. Perhaps you want more of the background in as well. It'll all go black and white in a moment. So I found it around about at this size, around about the between 9 and 10 or something like that. Shows the edges up quite nicely. So I'll just go OK on that. And then down the bottom here you see this circle. It's got a black side and a white side. If I go in there, I can then go to vibrancy or vibrance and take that saturation all the way down. That'll turn it into grayscale. If I click layer up here again and then go back in there, I can go down to levels, and then I can drag this left little cursor here, drag it down, get the darks as dark as I want. So you can see I can go all the way down really dark, and it's quite confusing then. I can bring it back up and we get a nice dark outline. Obviously I could bring up the lights as well, so we get less of the confusing background, and I can just play with that a bit. All I've really got to do then is go layer, and I can flatten the image, and that's ready to print out. Now the next way is even simpler, and it's really quick to do, only a couple of steps. So I've got my photograph there, don't even need to make a new layer. I'll just go image mode and turn it to grayscale. Okay, so it's just a black and white version. Now if I go filter in Photoshop and go filter gallery, we've got loads of things in there. Let me just make the image fit on the screen so we can see it. That's good enough. So I've got all different things. I can do cutouts, dry brush, and all the different things, as I said. Up here we've got a little box that we can open, and I found the two that work really well would be photocopy, and you can see that's really similar to the line art straight away. I found that at that image size, something like a detail of around about 9 or 6, somewhere around about then, and darkness around about 27. You can just play with this and take it up or take it down. Obviously all the way down is barely visible, and you can just play with it and you can see the edges really easily. So that's a quick one to do. So that was the photocopy filter. The other one then is poster edges. Just click that. It's a very different look, but we can play with the edges. It's not got the whiteness that I like on the line art. But if we go something like about say 6 on the edges, take this edge intensity down to about 1 or 2, and then we can posterization by here, we take that down. Like I say, you can just play with them, and you can see you can get so you can see the edges easily as well. So that's two different ways if you wanted to do that. As I said, the photocopy one is probably much closer to the original type of line art that I do, and that's an easy way of doing it. So hope that's helped you out. That's exactly how I do the line art, plus a couple of other ways as well. And I'll see you all again real soon.